Hi, I'm Mary Jean Murphy coming to you from My Favorite Quilt Store, and today I'm going to talk to you about a tool that I keep at my sewing machine. I would not be caught without it, the stiletto. The stiletto is one of the most underused tools in your sewing room, and today I'm going to show you a couple of practical uses for it, and let's get started. So one of the things I like to do with a stiletto is when you have little pieces that you need to put one on top of the other, I use my stiletto to line them up. The stiletto has a nice point and it allows you to move it around. You can do it with your fingers, of course, but the stiletto will move it rather quickly and without it sticking to your fingers. It even works with bigger pieces. You just kind of line it up and then take the stiletto and move it around to exactly where you want it. If you took this to the ironing board and hit it with the iron, it would stick to each other. It takes the air out from in between the pieces, and you can take it right to the sewing machine. And the other use that I like with my stiletto is when I'm putting blocks together. And I have a seam that has a couple of different layers all coming together, like this seam here for the quarter square triangles. That's a lot of seams that come together, and I want it to be nice and precise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin this precisely. I'm going to pin it from the point. Oh, let's get it right there at that point to the point on this side. And I'm going to line it up nice. Oops. I'm going to line it up nice and get that right in there and sink my pin. This is a magic pin. If y'all haven't seen these magic pins, they are really a great tool for next to your sewing machine. These pins are nice and thin. You can sew across them. You can press over them, iron over them. They've got a nice little handle to hold on to. They're really great pins, and they are available at My Favorite Quilt Store. So let me pin this in a couple of spots, and I'm going to take it to the sewing machine, and I'm going to show you how I use my stiletto to get this point nice and even. Okay, here we go. Using a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, I'm going to just take my stiletto and I'm going to make sure that those two seams, which are offset, are sunk into each other. Also, I am using my stiletto to make sure that these seams don't flip one way or the other as it goes by the needle. I'm going to pull the pin, and I'm going to just take my stiletto and put it right in there and hold that seam. Okay, here I come to the bulky seam. So I'm going to take my stiletto and press it down. Press that seam down so that seam is nicely nested and doesn't move. And that's how easy it is. This stiletto is one of my favorite tools. It is so underused, and I think it's awesome to keep by your sewing machine. So please give it a try and let me know in the comments what you think about it. This is Mary Jean Murphy from My Favorite Quilt Store. Till next time.